All right, hey Steve.
Hey, how's it going?
So we have another reveal today. It's the Jurassic World Legacy Collection Dennis Nedry Getaway Pack, and the photos were just released on Target's website. So let's bring up the photos and talk about the toy as we go along.
Sounds great.
So here we go. It looks like the pack is going to be $30, and it's going to go on pre-sale according to what everyone's saying online, March 17th. So that would be the day to go to Target's website and try to get a pre-order. But it looks like it has a street date of April 1st.
Okay.
So what you'd be getting is Dennis Nedry, and this is a new outfit, different than the SDCC exclusive Dennis Nedry with his yellow raincoat. And his action accessory, in this case, is a stick because he's going to play fetch with the dilophosaurus. And you'd also get, of course, the dilophosaurus, which is very similar to the Legacy Collection one that we had 3 years ago. And then also, it's a new Jeep. So it's slightly modified from the Jeep 18 that has come out before.
I mean, my first impression is it looks great. I mean, just even seeing the articulation on Nedry, I mean, geez, Nedry has better articulation than the Dilophosaur has. But the detail on the Jeep looks so great. And, just things I hadn't even thought about, like the soft top on it. You always think of the convertible top during the Brachiosaurus scene, and like just seeing it with
Right.
a top is just something I never even thought about.
So one of the things that really jump out at me here is the addition of the side mirror. And you can look at the number 12 and the Jurassic Park logo, and it definitely looks like a prototype to me. Because it's not printed in the same way that the initial Jeep was with the 18. This looks like almost they just applied a sticker in order to make a mock-up of what Jeep 12 would look like. So here's the back view, and one of the really interesting things that we see in this is they also went ahead and added that spare tire on the back, so that's going to make a lot of fans
Very
happy.
cool.
So here's the comparison with the Jeep 18 that's actually 3 years old now because it came out in April of 2018 when the Legacy Collection first came out. And one of the main things, other than the soft top and the roll bars, okay, when we mentioned the mirrors, but do you see what else is different between the two pictures, buddy?
Well, I mean, I really wish it had the grappling hook in the front, the tow line.
That's it, the winch.
The strings and winches were always some of my favorite action features with a Batman with like his grappling line. So such a bummer.
And check out what else I noticed now. It's the four lights that are on top of the canvas top. None of the other Jeeps have those lights.
Mm-hmm.
They don't have the Goodrich logo on the tires.
Yeah.
So I wonder if that's just a prototype thing, or maybe they don't have the license anymore for BF Goodrich. Isn't it? It's
That's
kind of
wild.
always something that we face with collecting toys and action figures is a new one comes out and they improve certain things, but then there's other things that aren't as good anymore. And it definitely makes
Yeah.
me wish I had a spare 18 and I could take it apart and maybe combine the elements to make like a number 12 that's perfect.
Yep. It just kit bash it.
Yeah. These are the other three Jeeps that have come out before. So the original Legacy Collection Jeep, number 18 on the top left, that one has the winch. So the one on the bottom, the Rescue Net Jeep Wrangler, also doesn't have a working winch because it came with the net launcher. So they probably had that mold sort of in that way, like ready to go in order to use that base for the new Nedry Jeep. So here's all four of them together. On the top left now, that's the new Nedry Jeep that's coming out with the removable soft top. And that's actually one thing we haven't mentioned yet is with the removable soft top, that's the only way you're going to get Dennis Nedry in and out of the Jeep. You're going to have to take the soft top off and slide him in and out and then put the top back on. But it does look like the front window is open, so you could have the spitter kind of like attack him through the front window because it will be open.
Yeah. I mean, you can't not hear him say, "Get the stick, stupid," or they could have just called this the "No Wonder You're Extinct" pack or something like that, or or
Yeah.
just "I'm gonna run you over on my
You're
way
not so
down." Like,
scary.
I
I
mean,
thought you were one of your big brothers.
it's The detailing on the Dilophosaurus frills, or whatever you want to call his crest, looks really good. And I got the water shooting Dilophosaur back from the Kenner days. Is a welcome sight.
So the one on the left is the new one, and then on the right is a Legacy Collection Dilophosaurus that came with a 6-pack that had Grant and 5 dinos. The Dilophosaurus looks very similar. I feel like he's just got a little different color scheme this time.
The one that comes with Grant, is that the same size? Because look how it comes up to like Grant's chest. And if you look at Nedry, when it's on the hood of the car, it's like, am I wrong, or is he taller?
I would assume they are the same.
Now, from that picture in the back, does it look like you can unclip his frills on the side?
I don't think so. I think they're on like a hinge. So they can move forward and back.
Okay.
I don't have that pack with Alan Grant, but I'm assuming that the spit, right, is like a launcher. I'm assuming.
I'm hoping it's at least removable, because just
it looks like you have a package with.
Hi.
Oh, hey, Charity, you crashed our party.
I heard you guys maybe talking about a figure that I was thinking would be pretty interesting. Yeah, we got that set, and
is the spit or acid, is that removable or spring loaded or anything?
I'm assuming they're going to be using the same mold. It's removable. It doesn't have action to it, but it's just you can place it or you.
Okay.
Which means it's easily losable. Going off of the pictures so far, I don't know if I'm totally in love with the new paint job.
I'll agree on that. Again, it's muted.
I like the base color. To me, it's really the back. Kind of looks like they just accidentally spilled red paint on his back.
I feel like that's a cost-saving measure. If they don't change it, I think between the two, I would probably prefer the older one. So on the left is the new Nedry from the Getaway pack, and in the middle is the 6-inch version. And they're roughly to scale. I tried to make them appropriate scaled in the image here. And then on the right is the SDCC version with the pie and the mini Barbasol Can and his Hawaiian shirt getup from, I guess, Costa Rica.
Okay. I'm actually really surprised his raincoat didn't come with, even in the movie. I thought for sure the movie would have had Jurassic Park logos or something on it. And I tried looking that up, and I was surprised they didn't. So it's accurate.
Yeah, you would think so. You would think it would be branded. It's nice that, unlike the Hammond, it's not the exact same. So I appreciate that they put out the new Nedry and they actually changed it.
The one thing I really would want to change most, I would have loved to have had an interchangeable head with the acid, because
like the 6-inch one.
Yeah, I mean, even the Lego had a spin around face that you could have the acid or non-acid.
I kind of felt like he should be a little more filled out.
A little more meat on the bones.
Right.
He does look a little bigger in his Hawaiian shirt.
I can see that. Right.
Yeah, he does. But you can actually fit him into the Jeep. That's great.
He looks so happy as he's getting away. he's so pleased with himself.
This is before he slammed into the sign and went off the road.
Yeah. What this reminds me of is the part where he should be like driving, but like wiping the fog from his glasses as he's driving, which I feel like he wasn't like. That seems to me like the second he got into the car with the Getaway, like just that little grin, and that's great.
I almost wish he had a candy bar. I think that would,
Butterfingers?
Yeah. Put a candy bar sticking out of his pocket or something. Just a callback to the candy bar would be nice.
Are there any final thoughts you have on like what you would do differently, or anything else you wish it came with, or anything that you especially are celebrating here?
Very excited about it. This is definitely one of those sets that we're going to be getting for sure.
And maybe two, right? So you could like open one and
Yes, in our house we actually do three because we have one for the kids to play with downstairs, one for mommy to have on the shelves upstairs, and then one in the package, just in case.
Just as a whole, I mean, so much of this is done so wonderfully and makes me so happy. I know that certain movie theaters are even playing Jurassic Park right now, and it's just the little things that, like, I mean, if I could have said three things, I would say interchangeable head, the Barbasol can, and the e-stock sign. Were like that would have really just solidified it as perfect, in my opinion.
So they were missing the winch. They're missing the Barbasol can. Possibly BF Goodrich on the tires. So there were a lot of ways they could have made it even better.
Mm-hmm.
I wish we would get to the point where we're doing real play sets again. Like, we're getting so much closer. Now we're getting a vehicle and a person and a dinosaur. Give us a couple more items to make it a true play set.
We were looking at these 4 variations of these Jeeps, and it's been 3 years. And if they did the Explorer and they did a lot of the main characters who are missing, they could do a lab or like vintage Star Wars style playset where you had like a cardboard background that was kind of like a diorama.
We have the Lego set with the lab, and that, that really is, I think, what I'm looking for, but in the action figures. To be able to have some different vehicles would be a big plus.
Or they could make some paddock fencing that you could buy just the fencing and then buy as many as you want, right? And create your own paddock for individual dinos.
When you buy a dinosaur, they could do repaints of the dinosaurs, but with the dinosaur, you could get the little sign that you would put at the front to say which paddock it is.
Oh, that'd be cool. Like a build a park sort of.
Yeah. I'd love to see more variety with the humans. I'd love to see the kids.
You know what, though? It's so beyond time that Lex got an action figure. I mean, at least Tim got one back in the day. It's time to give Lex an action figure.
I think, that would be great. And that's what, I think a lot of people, whenever I'm looking at the posts and stuff, I think that's what a lot of people are asking for, too.
I feel like, and that could be its own video, a discussion of what, a wish list almost.
Well, thanks Charity and Steve for joining me to look at the pictures from Target's website of the Jurassic Park Legacy Collection Dennis Nedry Getaway Pack. And thanks for sharing your thoughts, guys.
Yeah, thanks for having us. And I'm excited for you guys to get your hands on it. I hope you do, as well as all the collectors out there.
Yeah, thank you guys for having me on. I know we're very excited about getting our 3 copies here in this house. And we can't wait to play with it. So I think it's going to be a blast.
So on March 17th, we'll all be on Target's website refreshing at midnight, hoping to pre-order one, if that's what ends up happening. And then on April 1st, the street date, I believe. We'll have a link in the description for the item on Target's website. And everyone, thanks for watching Common Collected, and we'll see you in the next video.